Super Mario Party Jamboree is shaping up to be a standout installment in the Mario Party series. It combines the best features of Super Mario Party and Mario Party Superstars. One key feature carried over from Super Mario Party is its expansive character roster. As we anticipate the game's release, I'll be discussing my thoughts in this video on the current roster, why I believe unlockable characters or more characters are indeed likely, and be predicting potential characters we could see. Before we do get straight on into the video, just be aware that I am giving away a copy of Mario Party Jamboree when the game launches. Just simply be subscribed and you'll be in the running for it. Let's go ahead and start by looking at the current character roster based on the overview that we saw in the cinematic trailer. From left to right on the protagonist side, we have Waluigi, Princess Daisy, Toadette, Luigi, Birdo, Mario, Donkey Kong, Toad, Peach, Yoshi, Wario, and Rosalina. On Bowser's minion side, we have Spike, Koopa Trooper, Bowser Jr., Bowser, Goomba, Shy Guy, Boo, and Monty Mole. This totals a very nice round 20 characters. Right? Wrong. There's actually one more character not included in this list, which has sparked a lot of speculation. You see, Ninja isn't actually visible in the overview shot, but he is seen during gameplay itself, bringing the total character count to 21. A very odd number, but we'll come back to that. Personally, I'm extremely pleased with this roster so far. It strikes a perfect balance between stock standard characters like Mario and Luigi, not as common Mario Party characters such as Birdo, Spike, Toad, and Toadette, and it even introduces the newcomer being Ninja, which I honestly value. I also really appreciate that characters don't appear to have their own unique dice blocks, which is a very nice contrast to Super Mario Party, where that mechanic disadvantaged certain characters and made them a lot less appealing to pick, even though you really wanted to. It's worth noting that Super Mario Party Jamboree's roster includes all the characters from Mario Party Superstars, which wasn't really that difficult to do, seeing it's a roster of 10, but it also omits some characters from Super Mario Party. This isn't too unusual for the Mario Party series, as it's quite known for its roster changes, and in particular in this circumstance, offers a point of difference from the other two entries on the Switch. I think it's the perfect balance between returning and non-returning characters. Now let's delve into some speculation. In all the cinematic shots of the trailer, Ninja isn't present as I mentioned, suggesting that there may be hidden characters yet to be revealed, or maybe even other characters that haven't been shown off yet. Pretty similar to how Daisy wasn't revealed until the very final Mario Party Superstars trailer. The absence of Ninja in these shots leads me to speculate that he could be an unlockable character. Unlockable characters aren't that uncommon for Mario Party games. Sometimes they show up, but sometimes they don't. For example, Super Mario Party introduced 4 unlockable characters, while Mario Party Superstars had none, despite its smaller roster of just 10 characters. So it's certainly best to keep expectations grounded. Just assume there's 21 characters for the final roster, and regardless of what happens, you just can't be disappointed. But considering this game's trailer proclaimed this new title as the biggest Mario Party yet, with its promised 7 boards at a minimum, series high of 110 plus minigames, and already the largest character roster in the series, there is a strong possibility of some more surprises yet to be revealed. But at a minimum though, we're already eating pretty good. My prediction? Well, I anticipate 3 additional characters to round out the roster to a nice even 24. That's of course assuming a base roster of 20 characters that we've already seen, not including Ninja. Again, this is based purely on speculation since Ninja isn't featured in any of the cinematics. Also, the online 20-player mode would feel a little bit restrictive if you're the last player in the lobby and you can only choose like one character. You gotta be able to have a little bit of choice in this matter, so I think more characters is potentially possible. As for who these 3 potential characters could be, I'll draw upon 2 from Mario Party's history and introduce 1 newcomer to the series. Let's start out by taking note of the characters who haven't yet made an appearance in this Mario Party game, despite being invited to other previous parties. This includes Koopa Kid from Mario Party 5 and 6, Dry Bones featured in Mario Party 7, 8, and Super Mario Party, Looper that was exclusive to Mario Party 8, Hammer Bro that was seen in Mario Party 8 and Super Mario Party, the Mii character who was only in Mario Party 8, Kamek who also was only in Mario Party 9, Pom Pom from Super Mario Party, and Diddy Kong appearing in Super Mario Party and Star Rush. Additionally, Star Rush featured different colored toads, but I won't be counting them as separate characters here. Now let's go through each of these characters characters in the order they appeared and rank them on a likelihood scale, being very unlikely, unlikely, possible, likely, and very likely. At the very end, I'll select 2 of these characters and then discuss 2 characters that I also see as potential newcomers, but only picking one newcomer. Firstly, Koopa Kid's absence has never been acknowledged by Nintendo. He was essentially replaced in the newer entries by Bowser Jr. This replacement was extremely evident in recent remakes, especially in Mario Party Superstars minigames. I believe that Koopa Kid is very unlikely, if not dead. Dry Bones is a notable exclusion, especially with appearances in 3 other past entries. He has some serious significant Mario Party history, and he's really popular as well. I actually think Dry Bones is likely. He would be an extremely nice contrast to Koopa as well. Blooper only ever appeared once, which isn't a knock on the fella, but I also feel like he isn't the most likely on this list. No particular reason though. He's just a really obscure choice, and it was even really weird back when Mario Party 8 came out, but it was a really cool choice nonetheless. But I do think personally that Blooper is unlikely. Hammer Bro has appeared a fair bit in the past, but if we are adding Dry Bones and Koopa Trooper, including Hammer Bro seems a bit of a boring pick for an unlockable character, but I would still label him as possible. Next up is the Mii, and unfortunately, Miis aren't really that big these days, so I don't really see this one happening. I'd probably even go as far to say that it is very unlikely. We, of course, then have Kamek, who I also feel like is very unlikely in this game because he is the host of the party this time around, so I am doubting that he'll be a playable character. Pom Pom was almost like the ninja equivalent for Super Mario Party. She was a pretty unique character back then that was introduced. I don't know if I can see her coming back for this game after being a really obscure choice in Super Mario Party, but I still will put her as possible. Lastly, we have Diddy Kong. Diddy Kong is a very popular character these days, appearing in most Mario spin-off games. He's practically a mainstay in the Mario spin-offs now, and he was even recently included in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe's Booster Course Pass, so you know he's popular. He also has a very strong following, so I actually am going to put Diddy Kong in the very likely category. If I can only choose 2 based on past options, I am going to go with Diddy Kong and Dry Bones, which is actually really ironic as one's part of the protagonist group and the other's of course part of the Bowser's minions. Now, I want to select one extra character to put into the roster who would be a brand new character to the series. There are 2 that come to mind straight away. One is due to footage speculation, and the other is just due to sheer popularity. Let's start out with the footage speculation. Straight off the bat, I don't think this one is likely, but I'll point it out anyway. Some people have noticed in the Japanese footage that Charge and Chuck might be a playable character because there is a name above his head on the screen, and that's despite Daisy being selected. You can see the name Danny appearing on Charge and Chuck, even though that Daisy is clearly selected. I'm personally really skeptical on this. I think it's more likely just a minigame where you actually transform into Charge and Chuck, but I certainly wouldn't complain if Charge and Chuck ended up being a playable character, but I am doubtful. I personally think if we are to get a newcomer, the most likely choice is Pauline. Like Diddy Kong, Pauline has appeared in almost all recent Mario spin-offs, including every recent sports title and even most recently in Mario Kart. Like Diddy Kong, she has gained a huge following in recent times, and I would almost go ahead and say that she is one of Nintendo's main faces. I seriously believe it's now time for Pauline to make her debut in Mario Party, so she's certainly my pick if we are to get a newcomer, meaning if this list were to be true, we would see Ninja, Dry Bones, Diddy Kong, and Pauline as unlockable characters. Or heck, maybe they're not even unlockable characters and just haven't been shown off yet. But again, this is just fun speculation. And with that, these have been my thoughts on the current character roster of Super Mario Party Jamboree. But what are your thoughts? Do you think there'll be more characters in some form? And if so, who do you think will make the cut? If you did enjoy this video, I strongly suggest you check out my most recent Super Mario Party Jamboree video I uploaded yesterday. I have a lot more content planned to release, and the support of simply liking, leaving a comment, and subscribing really helps out the channel a lot. But with all that said and done, I'll leave you to it. Stay safe everyone, get excited for Mario Party, and goodbye.